I already reviewed this car when it was still called the XC40 Recharge. How is it now after 4 years, a facelift, some technical upgrades and a name change? My name is Bastiaan and welcome to Electric on Wheels. Yep, a name change, because instead of XC40 Recharge, this car is now called EX40, in line with the new EX30 and EX90. And not to forget, you can also get this car as coupe crossover, and then it is called EC40. You can get the EX40 as a powerful twin motor version with 4-wheel drive. Then you can do 0 to 100 in around 4.8 seconds. Or you can get this, the powerful enough single motor version, and then you do 0 to 100 in around 7.3 seconds. And where the motor was first in the front, it is now in the rear, which means less wheel spin, and apparently this new motor is also more efficient. What is also here in the rear is the boot, with a capacity of 410 liters with the seats up and 1286 liters with the seats down. And what you will find in the boot is one of Volvo's handy features. And that is a boot floor that you can use as a divider with some built-in hooks. And under the boot floor there is some extra space for your charge cable, for example, but there is no 12-volt socket in here. And yes, there is a frunk of 31 liters. And for an electric car it may tow a lot, 1500 kilos. And that brings me to more good, but also bad stuff in the good, the lovely, the bad and ugly. For normal charging as standard, the EX40 has a 11 kilowatt onboard charger. But that is not the good thing. No, the good thing is that with the technical upgrades, the fast charging speed increased for the small battery pack to 180 kilowatts and for the larger battery pack to 205 kilowatts. That also decreased the fast charging time from 10 to 80%, from 40 minutes to 28 minutes. Can you believe that the design of this car is already 7 years old? It is still a really good looking car. It is a timeless design. Even though this EX40 is equipped with a more efficient electric motor, the fact still remains that you do not buy a Volvo for its efficiency. The WLTP range of this version, the extended range single motor version, is around 570 kilometers. And in pretty perfect conditions, 20 degrees Celsius and no wind, I could get close to the WLTP range but not reach it. So probably in summer when driving on B roads or in stop and go traffic you can reach the WLTP range, but when driving on the highway you can forget it with this brick on wheels. And for more details, watch my range test up here. In front of the driver there is a digital display that shows you all the information that you need, but they could have done so much more with it, because in the middle there is a huge part that can only show your map or your navigation instructions, and that's it. Wasted potential if you ask me. Besides the version that I am driving, there is also a twin motor version with the same 82 kilowatt hour battery pack and a WLTP range of 536 kilometers. And there is a standard range single motor version with a 67 kilowatt hour battery pack and a WLTP range of 475 kilometers. The car does plan charging stops when your destination exceeds your remaining range, and it will precondition the battery pack when you navigate to a fast charger. And the car has one of the best one-pedal drive modes. Why is it so good? Well, the transition between acceleration and braking is really smooth, and when you lift your foot off the accelerator completely, the braking is also nice and firm. Then let's have a look at the space on the rear seats. The seat in front of me is in my typical driving position. I am 1 meter and 85 centimeters and I have plenty of knee room. I can also shove my feet under the seat in front of me. Headroom, even though this car has a panoramic roof, is also okay. I have a few centimeters left, so yes, space is good. Also, the angle of my knees is not weird, it's not high up as in some other electric cars. But there is a huge tunnel here in the middle, so sitting here with 3 people is not that comfortable. Besides that, there is a net here behind the seat to store things, separate air vents, 2 USB-C ports and a armrest with a ski hatch. There it is. Let's do that again because I didn't know how to open the ski hatch. There is an armrest with 2 cup holders, and this version also has a ski hatch which you have to open from behind. As with the exterior, the design of the interior is also 7 years old. But the same thing applies here as well. It feels timeless, it is clean and still up to date to modern standards. It is a nice place to be in. And also being a Volvo, everything feels well put together and nice materials are being used. And here in the interior are also some handy Volvo features like a removable trash can here in the middle, and hidden in your glove box is a hook, and you can hang 2 kilos on that hook. Then the cubby space, well, your door pockets are absolutely huge. They do fit at least a 1 liter bottle, and maybe if you have the softer bad plastic, even a 1.5 liter bottle. Then on your center armrest is a pretty decent cubby, 2 cup holders here, then a wireless charging pad for your phone, 12-volt socket here, 2 USB-C ports. That is not cubby space, but it is here. And your glove box is also pretty big. Just like every other Volvo and Polestar, the infotainment system is Android Automotive. So that means it is Android, just like your phone. You can log in with your Google account, so your preferences are taken from there. Google Maps is your standard navigation software. And there is a Google Play Store, so you can install more apps on the infotainment system. Personally, I really like it. It is fast, it is responsive, it is intuitive, but there are also some people that have some privacy concerns, which I can understand. Under the infotainment system, there is a small cluster with some physical buttons, your volume, pause and play the music, next song, previous song, heated front window and rear window, but that's it. Then last but not least, how does the EX40 drive? Well, let me start with that the EX40 feels quick, even in this single motor version. And that is because if you throw the accelerator pedal, the power builds up real fast and boom, there you go. But that is where the sporty feeling ends, because besides that, this car is not sporty. No, take a corner with a higher speed, yes, you have plenty of grip, but it is not fun. No, this car is made to be comfortable, especially on the highway. Oh, this car is so lovely on the highway. The suspension is really smooth, the car is quiet, you have really good seats, good driving position. This is an excellent highway cruiser. Again, not sporty, but just a really comfortable car to travel in, and that is fine. Also the steering, yes, there is a nice weight in the steering wheel, but not a whole lot of feeling. Then visibility all around. Well, to the front and to the side it is okay, but to the rear, as with most modern cars, it's terrible. So how happy does the Volvo EX40 makes me? Does it make me sad, neutral, smile or grin? Well, if you don't mind that it is not the most efficient EV out there, then it makes me smile. Because besides the efficiency, after all these years, it is still a really nice car. And that was the review of the Volvo EX40. Thank you a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and then as always, to be continued.